Hello, my name is Tessa Vojtik, and myself, Hannah Smucker, and Kaelyn Witner are all here today to tell you about a product we created called GoalSet. We are all graduate students at Eastern Illinois University, and we created an app that is a goal-based intervention app aimed at increasing the quality of life of its users. Before we go over more about the app, we are going to talk about why we need this app and how it is going to benefit its users. Currently, the average American adult faces several health issues. Around 42% of adults in America are obese and have one or more related conditions that may lead to a premature death, such as diabetes or cardiovascular disease. And inadequate consumption of fruits and vegetables, as well as fiber, is one factor leading to said health conditions. Americans also struggle with getting enough physical activity and sleep. This can affect both physical and mental health. While the general population understands all these categories are necessary for quality of life, many people face barriers that prevent them from reaching these goals. Things such as time, money, accessibility, and education are often roadblocks. Registered dietitians can provide guidance in achieving these goals and the education and support necessary to do so, but they are not available to everyone. Insurance doesn't always allow the multiple visits necessary to make a change or even cover visiting one in the first place, even though seeing a registered dietitian can greatly benefit an individual. People need help from a source that is cost effective for them, can be done on their own time, and provides information that will guide and support them. We created GoalSet because we believe this app meets the criteria of being a useful tool to help adult Americans make the lifestyle changes they need to increase the quality of their life.
So, as far as the benefits to the target audience, since our target audience are adults residing in the United States of America, we know that with all this modernization, that people most likely have a smartphone. We know that a lot of people who are looking to improve their health download apps like this and maybe have an app like MyFitnessPal or another calorie tracker. So this is an app that can be used in replacement of those or in addition of those. So we wanted to make it easier for them to access and we wanted to reach enough people. And since we know that these apps are already used pretty frequently, we thought having a similar yet different app would also be beneficial to this target audience. So we were looking at specific focuses and maybe some deficits that the US adults typically have. Some of those are fruit and vegetable consumption, fiber and water consumption, physical activity, and sleep. All of these are factors that may inhibit the healthy lifestyle and getting to where they want to be as far as their goals. So that's why we focused on these specific ones. As far as how the app helps them to better these consumptions, intakes, activity, sleep, things like that, we made it so that they're going to be constantly reminded through the notifications to stay accountable, make sure that they're completing these goals. And when it's brought to their attention that frequently, they're going to remember to do it. They're going to want to check off those lists and make sure that they completed that goal. They're not going to want to fail. So, having those notifications really helps. Also, having the tips that we have within the app really helps because a lot of people might not know how to then complete these goals. So, you can say increase vegetable consumption, but someone who's never cooked or doesn't know what to do or isn't familiar with different vegetables isn't going to know how to find ones they like, how to prepare it the way they like, or fun ways that they can increase their vegetable consumption. So, having these different tips on the app helps them instead of hinders them. So, I know a common complaint is, oh, a dietitian tells me I can't eat this, this, or this, but what can I eat? So, this is just trying to help with that and give them alternative options and tips so that they're able to be successful with their goals. As far as the physical activity component, this is going to provide tips on different ways to get that exercise. So, not only is it going to give you your recommended amount, which is important to note, it's going to tell you different ways you can get that exercise. So a lot of people don't understand that different things count as physical activity. So it's not just working out in a gym or running or strength training. It can also be dancing, hiking, gardening, household work, things like that. So being able to count that as their physical activity and finding something that they actually enjoy doing will make them want to keep doing it once they find that little thing that they like to do. And then as well as sleep too, those tips are going to be provided again. Stay out of the bed until you're ready for bed, things like that. So providing those and maybe having a reminder to go to bed at 9 p.m. if they're going to wake up at, 8 or something like that to get enough sleep. This will just help with many different things like their immune system, their mental health, their physical health, stress, all the things like that. So adding this we thought was important just because of the workload that Americans typically have nowadays and the stress that Americans have. So making sure that they get enough sleep is a very important component of a healthy lifestyle as well.
For this app to work, it uses a trans-theoretical model that helps individuals go through a series of changes. The first stage is pre-contemplation. This is before the individual has even considered making any health changes or has even heard of the app. The next step is contemplation. This is when a person hears about the app for the first time and maybe they're starting to think about things they want to do differently or just some general health goals, but no serious considerations are made. The next step is preparation. By downloading GoalSet, an individual is preparing to make a change. Once an individual starts to actively use and engage with the app, they will be in the action stage. The last step is maintenance. When someone has achieved a goal in the app for a certain period of time, that goal will become a behavior change that the individual will naturally participate in. This process is not linear, and the app helps with that. It allows for the flexibility and guidance to lead someone through these 5 stages and help them successfully reach their behavior goal. It is set at the individual's pace so that if they do go back a step, the app will take a step back with them. The purpose of this is so that people do not easily get discouraged or upset because things are moving too quickly. It is at their own pace and on their own time.
So like Tessa mentioned, GoalSet is a goal-based intervention app with our target audience being adults in the US. Our product focuses on 6 categories that contribute to a healthy lifestyle. Those categories include fruit consumption, vegetable consumption, fiber consumption, water consumption, physical activity, and sleep. So I just want to start out by stating that this is not a weight loss app. Since there are many calorie counting and weight loss apps available in the App Store, we thought it would be beneficial to focus more on a broad range of categories that concentrate on an individual's overall health habits. We like to call this product an RD in your pocket. The app does not replace an RD, but it can lead to behavior change and help reduce stress. Not only that, but it can save the time and money an individual might spend when meeting with an RD. After the app is downloaded, the individual will create a profile and choose a couple goals to focus on. After the goals are selected, that person will receive a tip on how to accomplish the goal for the day. Once they completed that goal, it will be marked completed with a check mark. The user will focus on tracking daily or weekly goals for a month, and depending if the user completes that goal or has too many uncompleted days, the app will determine how they will go about the next month's goals. This includes whether they will move on to a new goal or if they should retry or lower the amount of goals they are trying to achieve. The app also includes a progress calendar and daily notifications to motivate and keep the user on track. And next, Kaelyn will walk you through the app prototype and how it works.
So Hannah just discussed what our product is. So I'm going to then show you the prototypes that we came up with for our app. So first on the left, you'll see the welcome page. This is where the participants are going to be able to set their goal. So they'll choose 1 to 2 goals to focus on. So for example, if someone chooses vegetable consumption, then they're going to be brought to the screen to choose a specific goal for that focus. So maybe they'll choose to try 2 different preparation methods of vegetables a week. It then takes you to a tips page to give you more specific examples of what you can do to get that goal, because we want to make sure that it's as easy as possible for them to follow. So we want to provide those tips for them because they may not think of these things on their own. So just about every day they're going to get notifications to ask if they've completed that goal for the day. They'll also get reminders to make sure that they know how to reach their goals and to just kind of keep them accountable and get it in their head that they still have to complete their goal if they haven't for that day or week. So once they swipe on the "Have you completed your goals today" notification, they're going to be brought to this next screen here in the middle. And this is just asking them if they've completed that goal, and they'll say yes or no. If they hit yes, then it will bring them to their progression screen. So you'll see each week they'll have each day marked if they completed it or not and their progress towards that goal. This just helps them see overall how well they're doing, especially since we said that 28 days then creates a habit. So making sure that they stick to that and they're able to see how many days they've actually completed is important in this process as well. So that's basically the prototypes that we have so far. Obviously, we have a million other ideas, but this is just an overview of our app.
After doing some research, we determined that the app will most likely cost around $70,000 to create. It's a bit more complex than basic apps because there is consistent interactions with the users and has to have several options available. We plan to have a budget of $20,000 for marketing. This allows us a lot of flexibility. We received funding from the USDA and the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics for the startup costs. The app itself will be free to download, but there will be ad spaces available to purchase in order to create revenue. A purchase can be made by the users to remove the ads, but no purchase is necessary to access the whole app. We want to make sure that this is accessible for everyone because we know that financial needs can be a barrier.
As previously mentioned, our target population is adults in the US. Since most citizens have access to a tablet or a smartphone where they can download this product, we thought it would be a valuable tool to have accessible with an item that citizens use daily. We have developed several different marketing strategies to increase awareness electronically and physically. The first item is a pamphlet that will be available in doctors' offices and other healthcare facilities. I will talk more about this in detail in the next slide. Our second item is a social media sponsored advertisement. We chose to use Instagram, and Kaelyn will explain more about this soon. And lastly, our app will be advertised via email promotions from the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics and RDs. Tessa will talk about this later on. And on top of these three items, we have also included a pitch letter and press release, which Kaelyn and I will expand on coming up. The pamphlet we created will be available in doctors' offices and other healthcare facilities. It is a quick overview of what the app is and how it's going to work. We wanted it to be colorful and eye-catching, as well as easy to read for all viewers. It is basically going to be a shorter breakdown of the prototype Kaelyn explained earlier. The pitch letter is a component of our media kit that is addressed to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. We chose the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics to pitch our application to in hopes that they will promote our app via emails and through their website. This will quickly spread awareness of our app, not only to our target audience, but also to other food and nutrition professionals who can promote it as well.
We also decided to do an Instagram ad as one of our media components because this is a social media platform that is used quite often. So when people are scrolling through, this will be sponsored on their page. So we wanted to make a graphic that stood out and was colorful, something that caught their eye and made them want to look. So we kept it basic, just saying GoalSet with all the different colors and being able to download it with the App Store and Google Play. So along with that, we have a caption and it says, "Have you been wanting to start and maintain a healthy lifestyle but don't know how? EatRight.org and ChooseMyPlate.org introduce a new app that will help you meet and keep your goals. This app will provide you with goals and ideas for achieving them. It's like having a health coach in your pocket. You will be provided with tips and ideas. All you have to do is carry them out. The app is designed to keep you accountable on your journey to a healthy lifestyle. Click the link on the post to download for free today. Available on iOS and Google Play. #GoalSet. As for the press release, this is another portion of the media kit. We wrote it as Eastern Illinois University dietetics students out to the general public. We made the grammar and wording very easy to understand and nothing that's going to be too over the general public's head. So we basically just explained what the app was very briefly and where the sponsoring is coming from.
The last marketing advertisement we have is an email to the members of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. So this is going towards working dietitians, students, or other people in the dietetic and nutrition field. We did this because, first of all, the Academy was a funder of this app. And second of all, we want registered dietitians to promote this to their patients or to their coworkers because we believe that this is a good tool to use in absence of a registered dietitian or in between meetings or just as an extra set of guidance. So we believe that registered dietitians would be interested in showing this to their patients and possibly working with the app in order to help create goals. Here are the resources that we used for this presentation. We hope you take into consideration everything that we talked about, and we believe that this product will greatly benefit the user's quality of life. Thank you for listening.